Hi, I'm Juan Felipe Rodriguez, so some of you might know me as Felipe. So today I'm going to talk about why I don't like sustainable coffee. And why am I talking about it? Because I worked for 6.5 years in coffee before coming to Harris. I worked in Peru, Costa Rica, and Colombia. I worked in one of the biggest exporters in the world. They're around 5% of the market share of the world. And how big is coffee? Coffee is produced in 36 countries all around the world. Biggest producers: Brazil, Vietnam, Colombia, and it's estimated that 18 million people produce coffee, around 80% of the world's coffee, and as many as 125 million are impacted by the coffee growers' economy. What is sustainable coffee? Sustainable coffee is basically coffee that, through certain standards, says that it will promote economic, environmental, and social good. So social is like having minimum wage, making farmers profitable, or deforestation in the environmental component. How is the world trying to do this? Through private certification bodies. You might be familiar with some of them, like fair trade or organic. These are the most famous seals, maybe Rainforest Alliance. A few of you had Rainforest Alliance certified coffee. All these seals are 20 to 30 years old. And the problem is they are not having an economic impact, especially on the livelihood of farmers. And I believe that's because they lack a focus. So, since we all took micro, I'm gonna make a model. So just remember that profit is revenue minus costs, okay? Yes! So what is going on? They are all focused, all those seals, on price. So the most famous one is fair trade. What is fair trade? They get a minimum price of 120 cents per pound, or a price premium of 20 cents per pound. That's basically a 10 to 15% increase on revenue at most, okay? Another strategy is to increase the price through quality. This is one of the most used in Peru and Colombia, and the idea is you produce better quality, you get a better price, again, only 10 to 15%, basically because consumers cannot tell the difference between good and bad coffee. Another idea is to increase the price through marketing. So you get like farm stake coffee, you get coffee made from women, and the bottom line is there is not from women, women made coffee. And the bottom line is there is low demand. So that low demand leads to very few price premiums. And another one you might be familiar with is with organic. This is probably the worst increase of price through organic coffee, because organic coffee is high cost and low yield. So you're not only having a little bit of a price premium, but you're also sacrificing costs and quantity. So what should we do? We should focus on quantity, improving the yield. The average farmer's yield is like around 7 bags per hectare, and you could actually have as much as 35, 50, perhaps 80 bags. So you can really make significant impacts there. Another idea, which we ought to try, is reducing costs. If you have a small farm, coffee should not be your full-time job. You could do this on the weekends. You should have a full-time job and this be your hobby. This should be like an additional income. And another idea is changing the paradigm. All three countries I've gone, every single help or government plan or private sector initiative is aimed at small farmers. I believe we should focus on building bigger coffee firms that can provide perhaps employment. But then some people might say, okay, so it's not helping the farmers, but at least we're helping the environment. So in my second half of the talk, I'm going to bring down that notion, bring down the house of cards. So all this is a very corrupt program. The first thing that is corrupt about it is that it's certified by third-party certifications that you yourself hire. So you might be familiar with the 4 top certification bodies. We all know those. But these 4 down here are the ones that certify coffee. You haven't heard from them, and they have an incentive to be flexible, because I would hire the one that's more flexible. What does a flexible certification body allow you to do? Well, you can choose your own random sample. So you could very easily show them only the farm.
Transparency. What you could do is this. You buy provide a fair trade, high-priced coffee, and you buy below market the conventional coffee, and you end up paying average price. And towards organic, this is what happens all the time. Bad coffee that's certified organic gets switched with good coffee that's not certified organic. So that's why I can pretty much guarantee that all the coffee you drank thinking it's organic, it's not organic. So what can we do? I think as a consumers we can basically do nothing. I'm sorry. The only brand I'm comfortable certifying or vouching for is Nespresso. I work with them in Peru, and they are really good. They care a lot about the producer. And if you really want to help the environment, don't put milk in your coffee. What is another thing we can do? I think government intervention is the answer. So there are programs like crop insurance. There's a program for shifting risk in Costa Rica that allows really high prices to be consistent. Programs in Colombia to increase the yield. So to sum it all up, I think that the current system is not improving farmers' livelihood, that the current system is broken and we're not making any change, and the only alternative that we have is government intervention, and that's why I came to Harris. Thank you. For climate change, because milk comes from cows, and cows are one of the biggest causes for climate change. So, yes, I didn't understand your question. What do I think about standards that some countries are imposing on other countries? Well, I am not a believer in standards. I have seen them being cheated by everybody. I don't think that's the right private or government or anything. If in the field you don't see them, you always find ways around them. So I think that's not the right way to go. Any type of standards. Yes. What's up? My thoughts on tea. I am not a coffee drinker. I don't drink tea. I don't drink coffee. I don't know. All my experience is in coffee, but I think this talk pretty much can extend to any agricultural product and all these CO